Hello everyone, I'm Cloud and welcome to Anime No Mi. In today's video we will continue our series of leaks of chapter 1045. This time we have all the images of this chapter, a complete leak, and with them we get a more complex analysis of all the events. And I already count on your help to leave your like in the video to support the channel. I also hope you subscribe if you're still new here and leave your comments saying your opinions and what the next videos you want to see here on the channel. Now let's go to the video. Guys, we now have all the screenshots of One Piece chapter 1045, a chapter that was titled as The Next Level, and we see that it starts with a view from the top of Onigashima, where we can see Kaido in his dragon form and Luffy in front of him. Kaido has a very serious expression, while Luffy is very cheerful and excited. We see that the ground that Luffy touched and turned into rubber in the previous chapter is still elastic, so Luffy's power is not something momentary. Kaido and Luffy have a brief dialogue, but as much as we have all the images from the chapter to do the complete analysis, we still don't have an exact translation of what is being said between them. But apparently as a result of this dialogue, Kaido gets very angry at something Luffy says to him, as his expression remains quite annoyed. Meanwhile, Luffy was carefree and jumping with his legs raised. It turns out that while he was doing that, Kaido opens his mouth and swallows him. Luffy tries to resist. He inflates his body again like a balloon to hold Kaido's teeth, but the Yonko still manages to swallow him. Luffy inside Kaido's belly makes his body inflate even more. We see then that a part of Kaido's body was round, forming a big ball on his body. Kaido shows a scared expression. We see Kaido wanting to go down, but Luffy, who was inside his belly, was stopping him. Momonosuke and Yamato, who were watching this battle, were completely scared by what was happening. They thought that battle was amazing and impressive. A big storm was hovering over the sky of Onigashima. We see several thunders above Kaido. Yamato, who feared what was happening, makes some comments related to this battle. While Yamato and Momonosuke were impressed, we see that Kaido bows his head and looks at his belly that was inflated because of Luffy. Two glowing eyes appear in the middle of a dark place. Unexpectedly, Luffy's arms come out of Kaido's eyes and hold his nose. Kaido, without understanding anything, screams scared. In a moment of despair, he releases Luffy, who was in his belly, but we don't know how Luffy did that. After managing to free himself from Kaido's belly, Luffy looks at him with a big smile, and still with a lot of air in his belly, he lets out all the air through his mouth, causing his body to be taken to the clouds. Momonosuke, Yamato and Kaido don't understand what Luffy was trying to do. After all, he was heading towards a cloud that was full of electricity, but at this moment something unexpected happens. Luffy with a giant form appears from the sky. He was already in attack position, ready to stomp on Kaido with his giant foot, but even though Luffy was in that huge form, Kaido didn't seem to be afraid of him. Quickly Kaido bites Luffy, which causes the Straw Hat Pirate to feel a lot of pain. Luffy holds Kaido by both horns and tail. He starts spinning Kaido as if he was jumping rope, causing him and Kaido to quickly fall from the sky towards Onigashima's skull, but when he was close to the ground, Kaido released fire from his mouth towards Luffy. We see that the attack really hit him. Yamato is scared by the situation and says something related to this battle. Luffy was again falling from Onigashima, but this time his body was very hurt. He opens his eyes with an angry expression and starts running through the sky, causing a trail of flames to appear wherever he passes. Quickly he returns to the top of Onigashima again. Luffy starts rotating his arm to punch Kaido, but Kaido was aware of his intention. He reverts back to his hybrid form. With his Kanabo, he lands a big blow on Luffy's head. This causes Luffy to be thrown at high speed towards Onigashima. His head is completely buried, making everyone inside Onigashima able to see him in his giant form. Everyone is scared when they come across Luffy's new form. Kaido's pirates even try to run, while Luffy also showed a scared look with his eyes sticking out and with a big bruise. Law, Kid, Chopper, Nami and Tama, who were in the place, look at Luffy. They were also very scared. Their eyes go out just like the Straw Hats, showing they are really surprised. After exerting a lot of force, Luffy manages to pull his head out of the hole, but because of the wear and tear of the fight, he returns to his normal size. But not only that, his hair showed that the transformation was ending. Little by little the flames that covered his hair were going out. His face began to show an expression of fatigue, and little by little Luffy seemed to be melting, making his face unrecognizable. Luffy couldn't even move his arms, as his body was totally exhausted from this intense battle and from using his rubber power a lot, which further accelerated the process of wearing down his body. Kaido, who was standing in front of him, says something, but after he finishes saying it, he feels a great weakness in his body, causing him to fall to his knees just like Luffy. Both fighters are exhausted, looking at each other. Then a conversation arises between them. Luffy leans on the ground still saying some words. Yamato and Momonosuke start to say something with a calmer expression because the battle could have ended. But again we see smoke coming out of Luffy's body. After that he does the same position as Gear 2, while we see Kaido, who had also gotten up because he saw that his opponent had regained his strength. We see Luffy again with his Gear 5 transformation activated, as he had caused his blood to be sent to his heart, which allowed Luffy to regain all of his energy. Kaido this time was looking at Luffy with a smile on his face, because apparently apparently he was really having fun with this confrontation. We then see several rays coming out of Luffy's body. Then he advances towards Kaido smiling and also unconcerned. Kaido raises Kanabo to attack him. Yamato warns Luffy, but the Straw Hat Pirate already knew that Kaido was attacking him. He looks at Kanabo with a smile. Kaido manages to hit him, but there is a very funny moment in which Luffy's face takes on the shape of Kaido's Kanabo attack. Yamato, seeing this scene, is impressed and doesn't know what to say. Meanwhile, Luffy starts running from Kaido. Luffy's face still hasn't recovered. Kaido uses his Kanabo to make a huge impact on the ground, causing Luffy to be thrown upwards. Luffy's form again changes. He is crumpled to the sides. He is thrown against a rock, but the impact has no effect on him. Luffy puts his foot on the rock and pushes himself towards Kaido. At that moment, his body returns to normal. He then goes towards Kaido at a high speed. While in the air, he starts to spin his body, forming a tornado of punches that was going towards Kaido. Kaido uses Haoshoku Haki no Kanabo. Meanwhile, Luffy uses this haki in his punches. Kaido then uses his punches to defend himself from the attacks that Luffy was about to unleash on him, but it was ineffective. Luffy manages to punch Kaido. This punch went through his Kanabo and Kaido's head. We see that this punch caused a great impact on Kaido's head. After all, lightning appears, showing the use of haki. Yamato and Momonosuke are quite surprised that Luffy has finally landed a powerful attack on Kaido, an attack that actually worked. Then we see Kaido's face being pierced by Luffy's punch. After Luffy took his hand away, Kaido's body fell to the ground. His eyes changed expression as if he was unconscious. Meanwhile, Luffy in the air asked Kaido if that was too funny. Even Kaido showing that he was defeated. It is very likely that this fight is not over yet, because when there is a fight between very strong characters, as in the case of Law and Kid against Big Mom, we always have a message on the screen saying who was the winner. But in this chapter it didn't appear, so this fight will still go on for a long time. Now that Luffy has shown the ability to recover his energies, this battle will end only when one of the two was actually defeated. During this chapter, Luffy didn't seem to be fighting seriously, as he was causing funny occasions all the time, demonstrating that that fight was just being fun. Luffy wasn't taking her seriously like Kaido, who was always trying to take the pirate's life. However, at no time was he able to hurt Luffy, as Luffy's rubber body didn't allow Kaido to actually have effective attacks. Something quite interesting to see is that Luffy managed to acquire a very strong technique. Luffy managed to cross his body and even Kaido's Kanabo with his hands. Somehow he managed to pass through objects. Luffy can't actually get through his body through solid surface, but he was able to hold Kaido's nose after slicing through the Yonko's eyes with his arms, and also managed to get through Kaido's head without even causing a hole in it. This new technique by Luffy is quite powerful and very efficient, because with just one punch using it, Luffy managed to make Kaido unconscious, so Luffy can use this power for many other things. We don't know if this technique is just visual to cause something impactful, or if something different really happens in this power, but there is a great possibility that Luffy really managed to control the true intangibility, since Kaido could feel Luffy's hands coming out of his eyes. In addition to the fact that Luffy held Kaido's nose while he was in dragon form, which could mean that all that was happening, Luffy obtained very powerful techniques that can still be demonstrated during this fight against Kaido. Luffy can apparently choose which surfaces he wants to cross and which he wants to deactivate intangibility, which would make him practically invincible. So comment what you think this power really is. Thanks to all of you for watching the video to the end. I hope you enjoyed the content and information in today's video. We hope that we will always continue together talking about the news of the anime and the manga, so comment your doubts, news, or what you think will happen in the anime in the future. Also comment on the new videos you want to see here on the channel. We'll see you again in the next video. I'll wait for you here. Bye.